separate the two combatants, even though they were separated by quite a few legs at the start. McKinstry came out like a prize greyhound. Bergh came back with some measured and somewhat aggressive at times, really accurate stuff. And maybe the break came at the wrong time for him, but McKinstry was off the stage very fast. But even faster, he was back on it, wasn't he, Murph?
Yeah, I was going to ask you actually before the break, seeing as we've got the benefit of your wisdom, you've been there, done it. What happens in a break, Paul?
I used to try and find something I could scream at if things weren't going my way. But if things were going my way, I would just breathe and say, just keep doing what you're doing. The only break I really do remember in my career was when I played Robert Thornton at the Grand Prix in round 1, and I lost the first set 3-2, but I played really well. And me and Robert, and I wasn't the kind of guy to speak to my opponent in the break anyway, but Robert said, that was a good set, wasn't it? And I said, yeah, hopefully we'll have 2 more of them.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I was getting at, is a bit of communication between the players. Most of them try and avoid each other.
Most of the time, nobody speaks to each other. They want to stay in their own zone. But with me and Thornton, it was different because we're very close mates. Most of the time, you won't speak to your opponent, but on the odd occasion, there may be a tiny bit of communication.
And there may be 1 or 2 masters of the dark arts of darts that will have perhaps an unwelcome word or 2 in the shell of their opponent.
I was looking at the 19s there. I like that shot.
86.
Someone who knows the dartboard. Constantly using that 60, using the other segments to their full potential. Bergh has had this hit against him in this match. 5-5. Decided to go out of rhythm and have a fresh look. Oh no, you didn't want to do that.
That is quite remarkable. Tried to compose himself, but he had the opposite effect there. Dimitri Bergh managing to bust 130. Hasn't paid the price, but in a roundabout way he might end up paying the price, because instead of going back for a double, he's going for this big 3-figure combination once again.
Well, he knows where the 60 is. Will he get a shot? The answer is no, and no shot from there. It's just his own fault, unfortunately. Just a bad dot at 5-5. Wow. 8 for McKinstry. Well, he's going to need a key to get past this padlock 8. He might be throwing this one from the main arena.
Can he find the combination? The error code has come up. No entry for Kyle McKinstry, and Bergh might be let off the hook here. Another. No, he's changed tacts because he fancied a dart at 18. Hasn't found that either.
Bergh has had 9 darts from 130 to get this leg. It's almost like he doesn't want to lead this contest. Yeah, he finds it with dart 5. McKinstry finally gets the lead back.
9 darts from 130 and only 2 of them at doubles.
You would think those 2 shots would be right at the end, but one of them was in the middle.
Yeah, remarkable stuff. Happens from time to time, but to be honest, out of all the players to do that, Dimitri is one of the men that I would at least expect, because he does take a step back to compose himself and make sure that he is ready to throw at a different target properly.
I used to pride myself on the fact that I never had a comical bust in my career, and then a little over a year ago I had a somewhat nightmare shot when I bust 31 with 1 dart. I hit a 15. The dart slipped out of my hand. Quite embarrassed when I hit that shot, if I'm honest.
That might just get Dimitri Bergh feeling a little bit flat again, because he did start the match in a sort of flat way, lifted himself since then, and he needs something to do it again. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play like a flat white, he wants to play like an espresso.
I'm so tempted there to do the Paul Hinks latte impression, but look it up on social media.
If you don't know that one, find it. It's very good. Next time.
I think you can work it out if you hear him call a 180 anyway. Will he be calling game shots when McKinstry comes to the board looking at 167?
Plenty big shots on this stage in the last couple of days. This one is possible. Just didn't scare it enough. You see what he's trying to do. He's trying to squeeze every little bit of talent and rhythm he's got out of his throw. It's very relaxed. Looks ready to win for me, McKinstry, but it's going to be tight.
This is about as aggressive as I've ever seen Dimitri van den Bergh. He knows he's got a real opportunity at this tournament and he's determined to take it.
Yeah, you don't get routes to the quarter-final of the UK Open like he's had. He's had, with all respect to his opponents, somewhat easier opponents than others, and he wants this opportunity to bear fruit. But he's going to have to do it the hard way. This has been a very, very attritional contest with quality at certain points.
World number 3, Gerwyn Price. World number 1, Michael van Gerwen, already in the draw for the quarterfinals. Johnny Clayton, the 9-dart hero here on stage 2, joins them. And Jamie Hughes, of course, is there as well. It'll be one of this pair, either Gary Anderson or Jelle Klaassen. This is 6 apiece. That one on the main stage is 5 apiece.
I had a feeling that was going to be close, you know. It will be all the way to the end, I feel.
It's nail-biting stuff on both boards right now. And you couldn't fit a fingernail between them. Or between them.
You get those together. Maybe he is a magician. Looking for the 96 to leave tops. Still trying to figure out how he put that dart in.
Well, he has racked up 6 maximums now in this match, Dimitri van den Bergh.
He does have these spells of putting those darts so close together. 180, 140 to leave 64, and McKinstry is under pressure all of a sudden after having a huge lead in this leg. Left side of tops. If he hits this, you will see more aggression. Yeah. I think you're going to see it pretty much to the end here. He's prepared to empty the tank of energy to get himself to the quarters.
The perfect kind of checkout for van den Bergh. He loves this section of the board. He's whistled past the wire and inside. McKinstry has the chance just to hang on to the advantage in this match. He's led, all being level all the way through.
I do like it when players show a little bit of aggression in more ways than one as well, because not only did Kyle McKinstry celebrate that double 10, he cranked that dart out of the board like he was angry at it. Got to be careful doing that sometimes. Didn't Darren Webster slap the dart out of the board, which meant it was a bit of a foul dart?
I think the VAR replay showed that the ball had fallen out of the board before Darren Webster collected it, but he did it so quickly that he pretended it was in. But
you want to go down that route, do you? VAR or DAR?
Or DRA, perhaps.
I don't want to go down that route. Been there, done that. Paid for the T-shirt.
And that was on a Pro Tour match against Michael van Gerwen, who was insistent that there was foul play from the Demolition Man. Excellent play from DVDB.
He doesn't really need to go for the bullseye here. He could just line up a nice ton. You go 18s if he wishes to line up tops. Very good use of the board.
Yeah, 2 sensible decisions in that visit from van den Bergh. First of all, not getting drawn into producing a showboating shot, and then having blocked part of the treble 20 bed, he went to an open one and has ended up on a double.
Another hold. And there is a pattern occurring here, and I'm not talking about his dart shirt. Holds of throw are starting to be regular. If McKinstry holds from here, he wins. Simple as that. It's Bergh who needs the break.
Reminder, Rob Cross, who came through that thriller against Michael Smith on the main stage this afternoon, up against Stephen Bunting, who himself dodged a bullet against Vincent van der Voort here on stage 2 last night.
No pun intended.
It was very much intended, Paul, you know that.
Well, when it comes to you, it's definitely intended. Yeah, some match with Michael Smith. That 118 checkout from Michael Smith in the 18th leg of that match was quite special. 20-48 bull when the 60 was blocked. Just goes to show how intelligent Michael Smith is on a dartboard.
Yeah, and there was nothing wrong with the bull attempt for the 164 that would have won him the match.
Yeah, it was perfect line for the bull, but 3 or 4 millimeters short, and he only got the 25. Fantastic effort from Michael Smith, and I really hope that he maintains this form and belief throughout this season and picks up that elusive, massive title. McKinstry is under pressure here. The trebles seem to be drying up a little bit, and Bergh is ready to strike.
He celebrated a score rather vocally there, Dimitri, of just 92. Knows how much he's up for this, but he's followed it with a 140, and he's striking. This could be Dimitri van den Bergh making his move.
Been a long old couple of days for McKinstry. He's the one who's played 5 matches to this point. It's been a long day for both players today. How much energy does McKinstry have left in the tank? Van den Bergh, 1 dart to break the throw. The only break he requires. And he's got it.
Big moment. He knows it. Dimitri van den Bergh, for the first time, leads this darts match as McKinstry run his race, his 6th match of this tournament. Just to put that into context, if Dimitri van den Bergh plays 6 matches in this tournament, then it'll be at least the runner-up.
We'll have to confirm as well that whoever makes the final will make the Grand Slam of darts in November. Something that people tend to forget, really, but it's a very hard tournament to get into, which is now a ranked event. It'll make a big difference to your world ranking if you get into that one. Not that many people are actually in that event so far. And current champion Gezi Price, world champion Peter Wright, and a couple of others.
Would it be the world youth champion Luke Humphries, one of the other names?
I believe so, and Adam Gavalas as well. And Michael Smith are making the Masters final. And a lot more names to go in that hat. Who will be in the hat tonight for the quarter-final draw? I like that play from McKinstry, taking his score below 121, which means when he returns, he has a break back chance on something that doesn't need a bull finish.
Might misfire for the final dart, but van den Bergh has left himself on a 2-darter. Single 19. Top of the shop, and he pins it. And he breaks straight back. And that is very, very good stuff from Kyle McKinstry, because you would have forgiven him for kind of folding at this point, but he's not going to do that.
Somewhat menacing look from McKinstry when he hits that 116. Not only brilliant tactics from Kyle, but wicked execution.
Van den Bergh having led the match for the first time, has surrendered that lead straight away, but he's determined to get it straight back.
Maximum 3 legs left. How much drama can we possibly take on board 2? We've OD'd on drama over the course of the last 2 days.
Classen leads Anderson 7-6 on the main stage. Here, nothing between them, but Bergh has a big opportunity for a break, although McKinstry with a bedfellow would have been on a finish first.
Classen knows all about making the latter stages of Minehead. Last time he was in the quarterfinals here, he beat Kyle Anderson 10-0.
Bergh, you may have heard it, you may have picked it up, he cheered himself mid-visit there, and the second dart went into the treble 20, as he racks up a 9th maximum of this match.
There'd be more breaks in the last few minutes than if you placed a packet of crackers on the floor and stamped on them. And he misses the single. And he's hit the wrong double again. That's the second time in this match that he's hit double 8 going for double 16. Can you, Kyle? Can you get out the rod and reel in the fish? Hook. No line. And you can't have sinker.
Well, it could be the sinker, couldn't it? Because Bergh's going to come back, eyeing up double 8 to break the throw and then serve up for a place in the quarterfinals. Never looked settled after the first dart missed.
Absolutely right. 2 bad darts. The one at double 4 was severely dragged. He could have easily gone into the single 13, that one. McKinstry to hold. Awkward. 1 shot left. And if you say that it's just brilliance that you need for drama, you'd be wrong. For drama, you need misses, and that's what we're getting right now at the tail end of this contest.
The nerves are jangling on the stage, and that dart just suggests Dimitri is scared of going inside. But he made the necessary adjustment, and the score is adjusted 9-8 in the favour of the Belgian. He will now throw for a place in the last 8 of the UK Open.
It's a somewhat apologetic celebration from Dimitri. Dimmy, you're allowed to celebrate your successes. He is a poster boy of overthinking something right now, and coming from me, that's a statement.
You were never an apologiser, were you, for hitting a double, for doing your job?
Never apologised in my life. On a dartboard, anyway.
Just trying to calm himself down. No treble in the opening turn, and McKinstry can try and cash in on that. He's already outscored him. He's doubled his score. That's a fantastic start. It already puts this match back in doubt for Dimitri.
Whoever wins this one is going to have a massive sigh of relief at the end. A celebrated ton there. That's the point we've reached in this one. 17 legs in.
Any dart like that is a bit of a disaster at this stage.
41.
McKinstry just needed to back up that 140. Dimitri had only found 1 treble in his first 6 darts.
Fantastic visit. 3 beautifully thrown darts. McKinstry is on a street that requires perfection, really. At this point, it's all in the hands of the Belgian wonder kid.
We said he hadn't really had to fight coming into this showdown, but he's certainly shown plenty of that in it. And now he's got his eyes on the prize, and that prize is a place in the draw for round 7, which is the quarter-finals of the UK Open. Dimitri van den Bergh will really fancy a 64 finish to get the job done.
59.
He will. He could finish it on double 8, which he hit going for double 16 on 2 occasions. But it is double 16, and it is for 10-8 and the win.
48.
He'll be back. To make sure that he will be back tomorrow. Credit to Carl McKinstry, who has won 5 matches here at the UK Open, more than anybody else at this stage. But his dream run is ended.